And hello! Welcome back to Idiots Gaming and our playthrough of Vane. It's been a little bit. I was having some serious problems with my microphone, and then things happened. And just, I hate re-recording videos, but the previous episode 13, there was a lot of static, a lot of just audio distortion. And I wasn't happy with it. And I was so unhappy with the audio that I just scrapped it. Which, I mean, it happens. So today I need to do some serious base upgrades. We need to get tier 3 workbench and a few other things. I'm going to do a little cleanup if I can grab most of that. But yeah, we need to make... No, we already got the tier 3 workbench. We need to make the bigger forge. We need to make the advanced charcoal kiln. And we need to make deep freeze and a makeshift fridge. Or makeshift freezer and makeshift fridge. I'm calling it a deep freeze because when you actually see it, you'll understand. And I don't know how much of this I'm going to bore you with because it's a lot of minor stuff. But I'm going to go ahead and we're going to pin this to the HUD. We're going to pin this to the HUD. Or I pinned the same thing, didn't I? Yep, I'm dumb. Dummy dum 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 dum. Pin that to the HUD. Pin that to the HUD. Come over here. We'll pin the industrial forge and the advanced. Yeah, it doesn't really work when you got 4 things pinned to the HUD, but I can kind of sort of see everything I need to see. So I think I will start with the advanced charcoal kiln, just because that's like the easiest one to do. And for that, I need 5 scrap metal sheets, which is about the only thing I don't already have. Reinforced brackets. If I can find them. They're not in here. They're in here. Ah, maybe. Reinforced wooden plank, reinforced wooden rod. Bracket. Reinforced bracket. That probably is in the... Yeah, that's over here. Yep, it's right there. I'm just blind. So we need a bunch of concrete paste, which I don't have on me. So let's run upstairs and get it. And just like that, there's some concrete paste. Yay! And it says I need 2 of those. So my biggest issue with a lot of this, and I've said it before, and I'll say it again, and I'll say it again, and I'll say it again, and I'll say it again. I need screws. Probably gonna need a lot more screws than that. Let's go get some screws. My problem is, and hopefully the devs fix this at some point in time. The devs have been fixing a lot of stuff. Like, a lot of people complain that MRE's spoiled. They've fixed that. MRE is no longer spoiled. But a lot of not everything that you're making is you craft 1, you get 1. Reinforced metal brackets are one of those, even though I've got the quantum crafter perk, so I get a little bit more. Okay, scrap metal sheets. They're made over here. Fabricated parts. Scrap metal sheet. Okay, we need iron ingots, which we got. We probably need to make some more. And I need a power drill. Okay. Power driver. I don't... Yeah, I think it qualifies. Hold on, something out. Scrap metal sheet. Nope. A driver is not a drill. A heavy hammer. Mini sledge does qualify for that. Let's go get a drill. A lot of back and forth, a lot of back and forth. So, like I said, I'll probably cut a lot of this out. Just because, you know, it's going to be boring to watch me run back and forth because I'm not intelligent enough to actually just put all the stuff in there before I start recording. Which, I mean, that's basically me in a nutshell. I think a power drill is all I needed. Yep. So we make one. And I need more. I need to put my brackets in there. Remember those handy dandy brackets I made? Yep. I'm gonna have to make a lot of them. The scrap metal sheet is a 1-to-1, but I would be very happy if, when you moused over this, it would told you how many of them you got. Because I need 5 of those sheets. So we need to make some more iron. Of course, I don't have on me, so let's go upstairs, get some more iron. Yay! Running back and forth. Whee! I need to get some limestone off me. I'm very heavy. Limestone is very, very heavy. And more limestone. There it is. Oh, not that one. The one above it. I don't have much iron scrap. Might have to go get some more. I'm pretty sure I have enough to make all this stuff, but we're going to find out. Okay, we got fuel in there. We put some iron scrap in. And we'll just make all the iron ingots we can make. And, yeah, I remember now. I remember. I'm kind of sort of smart. I've got iron scrap in here. Ooh, look at that. Remember, kids, always remember where your iron scrap is. And we got to get this nice and toasty. Now, I will try to get back to the once a day vein videos, and I might start doing some other videos. I've been talking about some other games I want to play, and right now I've been focusing too much on streaming and not enough on videos, and I need to kind of flip that. I'm only streaming 3 days a week, so I've got 4 other days of the week I can do other videos. And I believe I can fly. Ooh, ew, I'm glad I checked that before I just decided to be stupid. Clothing. Wait, was it in there? Yep, they're in there. Make sure to put these on first. Remember, kids, before you play with hot stuff, wear your insulated gloves. No glove, no love. Nice thing is, once it gets up to temperature, they start crafting a lot faster. And it does tell you right here how hot it has to get, which, unfortunately, you're going to burn fuel up until you get to that heat. And it does say that each iron ingot should take 6 seconds to craft. So I should have more. Oh, okay. I see the problem. Pull that out, put that in. I didn't have enough iron scrap in there to make more ingots. So that was a boo-boo. One thing you can do is, after you've got up to temperature, if you're like I'm at 3002 degrees, I only need 2800. I can pull the charcoal out, which the forge will start cooling down, but as long as I'm over 2800 degrees, I continue to craft. So a little bit of hacky hack there. We all like hacky hack stuff. And obviously this is going to take a while to cool down. And I don't know how many iron ingots I'm going to need, so I'm just going to make a bunch. Because does it really hurt to have too many of them right now? We need more reinforced metal brackets, so we're going to need a bunch of them. We'll just queue up like 15. And while that's waiting, come over here to the forge. Still hot, still over temperature, so we're still making iron ingots. And I've got a bunch of iron ore, so it's not really a big deal if I make too many ingots. It's kind of a good thing if I make too many ingots, because I will need them down the road. And one thing you can do while you're cooling down without fuel, right? Iron ingots take 2800 degrees. Plastic doesn't take as much. I would very much like it if the devs would put on your tooltip here how hot it needs to be. I know. I keep saying I would like the devs to do this. I'd like the devs to do that. But that's one of the nice things about a game that's still massively in development. We can ask the devs things. We can ask them to do this or do that. And maybe, just maybe, we can get stuff that we want in the game. And I am only crafting like 1 or 2 of these at a time, because I do have that quantum crafter. I might get 2 with one of these crafts. So why craft more than I need for right now? Okay, there should be all the scrap metal sheets I need. Yay, that's checked off. Reinforced metal brackets, I need 2. Okay, I got 4. Screws, I need screws. Hey, we can make one of the things. Well, we come over here to stations. And advanced charcoal kiln, which I need a basic welder. Okay, well, let's go get a welder. Go up to the tool shop. Idjit's tool shop, where things might be in. There's nothing in useful tools. They're probably in this tool. I need to reorganize. I put up all those other new tool benches, or new boxes, and I haven't actually used them. I need to go get a better welder, because I don't know if I have it yet. But makeshift. And I only need the basic welder for this, so the portable welder works just fine. I don't need the big industrial welder just yet. I probably will. But yay, that's one thing checked off our list. So we come over here to stations, and we go to this, and we unpin it from the bar, because we don't need to make it anymore. So now we go down to the next one. Scrap metal pipes, 2. Small scrap metal sheets, 12. Reinforced metal brackets, 4. Okay, we need to make more of those. We'll make more of those. Probably really help if I actually was clicking on the right thing. I guess I don't have... Oh, yeah. No, I took all my screws. So, reinforced metal brackets. That is enough. Heavy bolts. Scrap metal pipe. Scrap metal pipe. I need powered cutting. Okay, I think I have a cutter. Yep, I got a hydraulic cutter on me, so 1, 2. I need 2. I made 2. I will drop it just down to 1. Again, solely because I have the quantum crafter. Because, look at that. I crafted 1, I got 2. So I got those. Heavy bolts. Okay, that's small scrap metal sheets, which is made from making a full-size scrap metal sheet and cutting it down. We make 2 sheets. I think you get 5 of the small sheets for every 1 large sheet. I think. Again, nowhere on here does it say, so it would be really nice if it would. That way, you don't have to remember. Because my memory's horrible, and I have a squirrel's brain. When they were given, okay, you get 4, so I technically need to make 3 full-size scrap metal sheets. Should, unless Quantum Crafter kicks in. Yes, it does. Awesome. I need 4 reinforced metal brackets. Got them. And I need some heavy bolts. Heavy. Oh, gotta go upstairs. Back to the forge. That would be under fasteners. Where that fasteners is, I don't know because I can't remember where anything is in this game. Fasteners, yay! Heavy bolts. Not enough. Do I have any of the other fasteners, Ben? It's over here. Fasteners. Heavy bolts. Oh yeah, I got a lot. Got them all. It's like Pokemon, but I already done caught them all. Okay, and I want to put it right here because I figure this will be my forging area. And for some reason, you have to turn them around. I don't know why, but that's the front. So remember to turn them around. And we come over here, go to stations, industrial, unpin. Now we are down to the makeshift fridge and freezer. And I do know for a fact, I do not have the fridge compressor. And it is... we're going under the cover of darkness. We're going to go visit our neighbor. Turn off my flashlight. Zoom out. Do a 19-point turn because I don't actually know where the back of my vehicle is. Because one thing I have stated a few times now is I would very much like a reverse lights. It's standard operating equipment on basically every vehicle. No. I thought I got out of the... I guess... I've been having that problem a lot recently. Where I go to get out of the vehicle and instead I lock the door. Which I'm not a fan of. I don't know if it's purely a me issue, if it's like a skill issue, or if it's something else. But we're going to come over here to our neighbor's house, and we're going to destroy his refrigerator. And yes, this box truck has seen better days. It needs some loving. It needs some repair. I know. We'll worry about that. Hello? I have come for your refrigerator. Hello, refrigerator. I've come for you. And we got... Oh. That was weird. But we got the 2 fridge compressors we need, so yay. That's literally all we came here for. Quick little trip. Yeah, see, there's no reverse lights. There's no tail lights. And I don't know how difficult it would be to code it in, but it would be nice if you had like a Ford's neutral, drive neutral reverse indicator on your vehicle, like you would normally have in a normal vehicle. And I'm not a big fan of doing this in first person, but I'm too lazy to zoom out. Me being lazy is a serious problem. I'm just not a big fan of driving the vehicles in first person. I don't know why. Trying to close up my gate so no zombos can get in. Because, you know, we are not a zombo-friendly house here. Okay. We got the fridge compressors. Probably got some other crap too, but I don't really care. Oh, we need capacitors. We need components. I think those are made in this one. Components. Okay. And capacitor, which also takes advanced components. And high-grade aluminum foil. Okay. And the components are a 5-to-1, so. I will make the number I need and have them in my inventory. And then... Okay, so I need 17 of those total. And I need more copper wire bundles, which is good because that's actually what I screwed up and clicked. Components. Not quite enough. I can get rid of that. Okay, components. Of course, that time I get the quantum. So I can put some of those back. Split stack. I think I could put 8 of those back. Yep. Okay, so that's the 17 I need for both crafts. I need 2 capacitors. Capacitor requires classic casings, check. Advanced components. Advanced components. Where are advanced components? Am I blind? There. Yep, I'm blind. High-grade aluminum foil. Which means we need aluminum ingots. Which means we need aluminum scrap. Unless I have any aluminum ingots. I have aluminum scrap. Might have some over here in misc metals. I don't know. Oh, yeah, a whole bunch of aluminum scrap. No ingots, though. Thought I had some ingots. Yeah, wrong button. So we'll put some aluminum ingots in here. That only requires 1200 degrees, so I'm already hot enough for this. I don't have to put more fuel in. And this does make sense, because especially if you're using a charcoal kiln, you can't just instantly extinguish and delete the heat from it. It's going to have to cool down. And while it's still hot enough to melt something that doesn't take as much heat, you might as well use that heat. Heat is power. In a lot of ways. But we will put those aluminum ingots in there. And we'll come down here. We need a powered drill. Okay. That's probably over here in this one. Powered drill. Yep. Take that. Put it over here. And I could have just made it in that other one, but I just don't want to. High-grade aluminum foil. I'm just going to make one, so we can try to figure out how many that makes. It makes 5. And because it's an odd number, I know I didn't hit quantum craft. Okay, so advanced component, I need a soldering iron, and I do not have a soldering iron on me. So, you know what that means. Back upstairs. Soldering. I got a bunch of those. Which is good, because, well, it's just good because I'm going to need them. And honestly, you should need the soldering iron for the capacitor as well. And it looks like it's a 1-to-1, so I need to make one more of those. Unless I get lucky and I pop 2 capacitors. Capacitors. Which honestly, you should be getting these from salvaging. Capacitors are extremely common in modern electronics. And they're everywhere. The way I understand a capacitor is a capacitor holds a charge. I'll be the first to admit, I'm not super electrical genius type thing. So obviously, if I'm wrong, tell me so. I got no problem being wrong. Okay, so we got all the capacitors we need. We actually got one extra. We need scrap metal sheets. Okay, we're done. We're basically done over here, short of making more reinforced metal brackets. We already know that these take reinforced metal brackets, and I don't really have squat. Not nearly enough. There'll probably be a bunch of jump cutting around as while we wait for things to craft, because well, honestly, this part's boring. It makes sense that we have to do it. So I'm not complaining that we have to. I had a bunch on me. I do need to put the drill back in here. So let's come to tools. Let's get the drill. I probably just need to go get another drill. And I've probably thrown away a bunch of drills. Or deconstructed them, or... Okay, so scrap metal sheets. We need a few of these. So I'm just going to make like 5. If I get extra, I get extra. But I know I need both the actual sheets and I need the small sheets. So I need 8 small sheets and I need 5 full-size sheets. So while we're waiting, go to your stats. Construction hit 100. Yay! I don't get... You guys, I guess you don't get anything when you hit 100. That's what bank it's for. That makes sense. Ooh, I think I need more iron ingots. Yep, I'm gonna need more iron ingots. Back to the forge. Let's use the new forge. We can, yeah, we can do that. I've heard. So we come here to crafting. We shove some charcoal in, and we shove some iron ingots. I don't have any more on me. Did I smelt them all? No, I still got some iron scrap. Not much. Yep, let's go get some more iron scrap. That's in the yellow box. Yoink. And yoink. And I realize I'm hungry and very tired. I just don't want to get this done. Can you put 2 different... Oh, you can. Ignite! We have ignition! And one thing we can do while we're waiting is you grab these wood logs. I would like to see a little bit better turnover than 1 wood log to 1 charcoal. They're still waiting for this to heat up. And next episode, we will go get a lot of wood logs so we can make more charcoal. Maybe make some of the refined charcoal. I'm not going to make any refined charcoal today, but I can tell you the refined charcoal does burn longer, and I believe it burns hotter. But I'll bring my log storage down here, so you know, it just goes right in there. Still waiting to heat up. We've hit temperature, so we should start making ingots. Maybe. It's only supposed to take 6 seconds. Is it because I put 2 ingredients in? I guess I can't. I guess you can't do that. That would have been nice if you could just put extra in, and instead of ingredient 1 and ingredient 2, you have ingredient 1 and more of ingredient 1. But I guess that's not how it works. Which, I mean, it makes sense. Do have 12 small scrap metal sheets, which is more than I need. I made too many. Oops. I need 5 iron ingots, which I have. Go ahead and let that cool itself down. We'll put the iron ingots in here. And we'll make one. Nope, nope, crap, nope. Stop. Stop. Scrap metal sheets. I need reinforced metal brackets. Which is why I was making a bunch over here. Don't think I've made enough, though. I think I need one more. Yeah, yep. It's... Might need more, Actually, I only need 2 more scrap metal sheets. I didn't notice that I had some already in here. I'm blind. You get used to it after a while. But yeah, next episode we'll be back to scrounging and, you know, going out and looking for things. I do need a solder iron, so I have everything I need to make those 2. And those are going to go upstairs. Oh, there is one other thing I want to make. But it's easy. It's storage. Nope, that's utilities. So, build. And this is one of the things I've said, and it kind of confuses me. There are no deep freezes in this game. Like, just wild deep freezers. That is that the front or the back? That's the front. So that one actually spawns the correct orientation. That's utilities. And makeshift fridge. And we'll put this little guy over here by the door. And okay, this one is the correct orientation. The other thing I wanted to make is I want to make a battery charger, which is only 2 car batteries and some cardboard scrap. And we got some fire going, or smoke going through the floor, but we're not going to talk about that. Maybe under electrical? Electrical. Nope, not that one. Not that one. Let's go check the other one. Electrical. Car. Nope. Maybe it's under MISC. Yeah, there's car batteries. Found them. Found them. And I need cardboard. This one's easy to make. Build. And I don't know why, but I like having this thing right here. That's probably the back of it, honestly. Okay, examine connections, add connection. We need to hook this up to the grid. Which is not that hard because there's that. We'll go ahead and hook these 2 up too. While I'm thinking about it, and while I know I need to do it. Because if I don't do it while I'm thinking about it, and while I need to know I need to do it, I will forget to do it. Okay, examine connections. Connected. And you can also see the fact it doesn't say not connected to anything underneath of examine connections. But with the battery charger, which one thing I would like to see is I'd like to see open on the top instead of check power. And possibly get rid of the check power completely and give us a visual indicator here on this little lightning bolt here. Like if this lightning bolt is green, we know it's receiving power. If it's yellow, we know it's receiving power and charging something. If it's red, it's not receiving power. That would be a very nice visual indicator for random people like me who are kind of stupid. I'm not trying to insult myself. It's just I'm kind of stupid. Do I? Oh, I have one called batteries. Yes, I do. Batteries. And we'll take all those, which there was also a car battery in there. Because of course there was. Misc. And I swear to God, there was fridge compressors this entire time. I did not have to go get fridge compressors. I just never looked in my miscellaneous box. Always remember to check your miscellaneous box or your yeet box. Electrical batteries. And we're going to stick all those batteries in here. Because honestly, if it's a battery, it can be charged. But you only have 45 pounds, so your heavy batteries, like your car battery is not going in there because your car battery, that's one entire car battery for that thing. So we'll go down here, advanced electrical, and we'll put that car battery over there. But yeah, it's kind of annoying to go over here and have to scroll down to open it. But yeah, a whole bunch of lithium batteries, a whole bunch of heavy duty lithium batteries, and a whole bunch of normal AA batteries. You're just your standard alkaline batteries. Yeah. Your devil cell. Let's turn that around so you can read it properly. Devil cell alkaline battery. Your heavy duty lithium and your normal lithium. And so they need different. But even though most of these are fully charged, it will still charge them. It will keep them charged. So I know whenever I need a battery, instead of looking in my boxes, I come over here to my battery charger. Wham bam. I know where it is. And the reason why I wanted the freezer is all your food that you've made, that you've picked up, that you've looted, that whatever, it's all going to go bad. If you freeze it, it's less likely to go bad. It's going to take much longer to go bad. And the makeshift refrigerator, the reason why I wanted this instead of just using the normal refrigerator, the normal refrigerator holds 125 pounds. The makeshift refrigerator holds 300. It is over twice as much for a much smaller footprint. I can put a bunch of makeshift fridges here. I can put a bunch of makeshift freezers here. The one thing you need to remember is with the makeshift freezers, your food will become frozen. If you've never done the stupid thing of trying to eat frozen food, it hurts your teeth. It is not fun to eat frozen food. And we've got some charcoal. Not much because, it's one wood log for one piece of charcoal. I will go ahead and extinguish these because I don't need their heat at the moment. And I think that gets rid of the smoke. And what you're seeing right now isn't smoke, it's fog. Because the fog from the outside world permeates into your buildings. I think the devs are working on fixing that. But for right now, you get foggy buildings. But I think that's kind of going to wrap it up for today. A very short episode. I'm going to try to do more of these like 30, 40-minute long videos. Because I can knock these out faster. There's less editing. And I can be more to the point. You don't want to watch a 50-minute video to figure out how to make the makeshift freezer or makeshift fridge when you could just watch a 20, 30-minute video. But let me know down in the comments if you would rather see half-an-hour videos, 15, 20, 30-minute videos, or 45-minute to an hour-long videos. Let me know. Because since I am still a very new channel, I'm a very new content creator, I've only been doing this for a little over a year, and most of that's been just streaming. I'm still getting a feel for how my audience wants things. And I'm still very, very willing to adjust things for my audience. I need to go through all the bins and see if I have any raw leather to put on the drying rack. But like I said, that's going to wrap it up for today. Thank you all for tuning in. If you enjoyed the content, remember to smack that like button. If you're new here, smack the subscribe button as well. Be sure to turn on the notifications so you know whenever I post a new video. I'm going to try to get these out at least once a day. And I'm probably going to try to record 2 or 3 a day. That way I don't have an excuse of, oh, I don't have time to record it today because I've got a stream or I've got this or I've got that. If I've got 2 or 3 videos a day, recorded a day, worst case, I just put up 2 or 3 a day. Most people aren't going to complain about more content, more vein, more zombos, even though we didn't see any zombos today. I'm sure they're out there. I'm sure they're looking for me. I'm sure they smell me. But speaking of which, I probably need to take a shower. But I'll wait till I'm off camera, and we'll see you next time. Till then, I've been an idiot. Obviously.